On Vilakazi Street.
On Vilakazi Street.
Hello everyone, it's Nigeria Diaspora Television and a warm welcome from me, Akin Omotoso. There's certainly been some interesting happenings and developments in Nigeria and around the world. And here are some of those news stories. First up is Lekki in Lagos and around Victoria Island, where there's been damaging floods. And those floods have damaged a lot of property, and a lot of people have been worried about the situation. In fact, there have been fish spotted swimming around the waters in the Lekki area, as well as people moving around in canoes. Also, the Vice President of Nigeria last week made a trip to Addis Ababa, and while he was away in Ethiopia, there were allegations made against the Senate President, Dr. Bukola Saraki. Some members of the Senate have been jostling around him to try and put the Vice President, or the acting President rather, on the back foot. Also, we saw yesterday news footage that the Vice President attended, or rather visited, the President who has been in hospital in London for the past 2 months. And also from around the world, French President Emmanuel Macron came to Mali a few weeks ago to attend a regional security summit, and he has pledged to work very hard with Mali and other partners to ensure that the security of the region is improved. Last month, the People's Democratic Party of Nigeria South Africa chapter inaugurated its Board of Trustees for 2017 at a lavish function in Rivonia. The Board of Trustees, which consisted of about 30 people, were sworn in by the chairman and the executive at about 6 p.m. on that evening.
PDP, power to the people. PDP. By the power invested on me by this great political party of ours, the People's Democratic Party South African branch, as the custodian of our secretariat. So I Samuel do affirm that I shall be faithful and bear true allegiance to the People's Democratic Party. I shall discharge my duties to the best of my ability. Faithfully.
One of the penalties for refusing to participate in politics is that you end up being governed by your inferiors. God bless PDP, God bless Nigeria, God bless South Africa, God bless Africa. Thank you all, and let's enjoy this event.
The inauguration of the Board of Trustees of the PDP was quite interesting to be able to see that there are a number of women there, but also it gave the impression that the party was serious about engaging Nigerians in diaspora about politics back at home. And last week, the United Nigerian Women in South Africa held a march in Hillbrow, Johannesburg, to focus attention on violence against women and children, and also with regards to drug trafficking. The organization, which is also called UNWISA, it comprises of women, South African women, that are married to Nigerian men. This group of women have been very proactive in South Africa in the past few years, and they've always come up when there's xenophobic attacks against Nigerians. And what's interesting about these women actually is that they're defiant, they're focused, they're dynamic, and they always say good things about Nigerians in South Africa.
As responsible citizens of this country and proudly Nigerian wives, we feel that we have to stand up and do something about this issue that is tormenting our country. which is drug abuse, child prostitution, gender-based violence, the killings of women and children. So we said today we must stand up and condemn this act, this evil act.
When I spoke to Dr. Pulukane in Soweto on June 16, which is known as Youth Day in South Africa, we popped in for lunch at a brand new business started by a lady by the name of Pontle on the vibrant Vilakazi Street called Tiamo.
It was motivated by love, the love of God. I love God so much.
Okay.
And I was born here many years ago.
In this building?
I was born in this building.
On Vilakazi Street.
On Vilakazi Street.
Wonderful.
My dad used to work for BMW, not BMW, IBM.
Okay.
And he was the first few people to relocate here.
When was that?
Ooh, that was 1979.
Okay, 79.
That's the year that he moved here.
Okay.
And it's a very famous street. We're next to Nelson Mandela, Bishop Tutu. We are actually blessed to have a place here. So we decided to move out and turn this into a venue hire, a private function for corporate places, for corporate companies and private companies as well. So our vision and motivation, especially we call this place Tiamo Rooftop, because we've got that 360 degree.
Tiamo with top.
Yes.
TWT.
TE, yeah.
Sounds interesting.
Yeah.
So who's helping you with this? Because this looks like a very hectic project.
I'm blessed to be doing it with God.
Okay.
Yeah.
So everyone here is God, right?
Everyone here is sent by God, even
Okay.
you. And I
Okay.
appreciate you being here.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what I wanted to find out also is, so if people who are in Sante want to come here, how do they find their way here? Because when we were coming,
You just happened to come
No, we
here.
relied a lot on our Sixth Sense, GPS.
Sense.
How?
Okay.
What do they need to do to get here? Do you have a partnership or with some
What's
travel?
going to happen? As you can see, I've got Mercedes sponsoring me. I've
Okay.
got Carol Boyers as well sponsoring me.
Right.
I've got a whole lot of partnerships that are going to come on board.
Okay.
So this is just because we were having a June 16 and I'm still busy with the renovations.
Right.
We are going to have the launch where we're going to have all the sponsors. Your SA Brewery, your Brand House, Red Bull. We're going to have all the sponsors. So we're going to go live and big as of 1st of August. So we're going to have a website as well. We're going to go actively, we're going to be harsh on our marketing.
Are you going to invite the premier? Because I haven't seen the premier or the mayor here.
They're still coming.
Are they on their way?
They're still coming.
Send them a text. It's a beautiful place.
They're still coming. They
And
just sent.
let me talk about what we had.
Okay.
Because I love the food. We had, my son didn't want to eat, but I had dombolo.
Beautiful
I
dombolo.
had chicken. I had oxtail. I had some veggies, and I had some. I think I didn't have. I think that was most of it. Chicken.
Wow.
Yeah, and it was really nice because for me, I like a lot of African food. So dombolo is my special.
one of them.
Yeah. So thank you for having dombolo.
You're welcome.
You must invite us to your launch.
Okay.
Because we also have a lifestyle interest. Every time we do a production, we always want to have lifestyle.
Okay.
And this is really good. So good luck.
Thank you so
And
much.
we'll see you at the launch.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I also got to find out what famous Nigerian filmmaker and actor Akin Omotoso was up to. Akin and I have been friends for over a decade, and he's been making very great movies and won awards in Nigeria as well as around the world. and Akin is actually one of the most established Nigerian filmmakers in South Africa and is highly respected as an actor and filmmaker. Tell us, how did you get into filmmaking?
I got into filmmaking firstly by I studied at drama. I studied at UCT drama school, and while I was at the drama school, I felt that acting, while it was fun, I felt like I needed another profession, another skill. And at the time in 1994, there weren't many film schools. In fact, there were no film schools here. So looking around, I decided in all the disciplines, I thought, well, I really like storytelling, I like telling stories, so maybe directing and writing. Also come from a writing background. My father is a writer, my sister is a writer, my late mom was an architect, grew up amongst a lot of writers, so that storytelling, I really like, okay, this we can do or try. And then while I was at drama school, my parents had bought me a camera, and I just, with my classmates, I made like 2 projects, but each one was like because we didn't know, so you don't know, you just roll in the camera, you just doing, so they like the first one we didn't know anything about lights, there was no lights. Second one, sound, you know what I mean, like it was a journey to try and understand and get better. And also at the time, the drama school had a VHS camera to film the production, and I spoke to the guy who was in charge of that, and I said, do you mind, let me film the production, because it's not you just have to put the camera and point at the stage, but then can I keep the camera and shoot other stuff? So I used to take the camera with me to the basketball court, I was shooting, so that's how it started at drama school.
Okay. Now, look, we all know about the success of Nigerian actors, especially of Nollywood extraction. How would you rate the quality of acting in Nollywood? Because a lot of people say that you can shoot a movie in one room, and sometimes the quality, sometimes people say, well, they could do better. What do you think can be done in terms of quality? How would you rate that quality?
I'm a big supporter of Nollywood. I think that too many times people's focus is myopic. There's a lot of interesting things coming out of Nigeria, a lot of interesting filmmakers, a lot of interesting ideas being peddled that actually, if you took the time to study, you're like, wow, there's something really exciting happening here. So I support any industry that starts without, most industries start with like government support. Here's an industry that began out of nothing. Standalone. And look at the stars. Look at their followers. Look at, you travel the world across. This industry, has spanned across not only the continent but in the diaspora. I mean, those kinds of things are to be celebrated. So for me, I'm a big supporter of Nollywood. Blood Diamond and Lord of War.
Yes. How did you get into those big parts?
I auditioned.
Not small parts, but big.
Well, I mean, I auditioned. It's like there's no, you audition for the part.
Okay.
So then
But you were in South Africa. How did they come to South Africa?
They came to shoot here.
Oh, I see.
So they were shot here. Lord of War was shot in and around South Africa, and some stuff was shot in New York. But my scenes were shot in the Northern Cape.
Were you intimidated by the cast? The leading man and so
No, I wasn't. I mean, they were cool.
Okay.
We're all professionals, so
right.
you
get, it's just another job.
Well, you get there, you do your job,
Okay.
right?
Okay, but
and for
scene,
me,
tell us about the scene where you were shooting.
in Lord of War.
Yes. How many takes was that?
I didn't do a lot of takes.
Okay.
it was
good with a rifle.
It was the first time I fired first and only time I fired a rifle.
Thank God for that.
Yeah.
Okay.
On set.
Okay.
It was great. Firstly, I'll say about Lord of War, Andrew Niccol, the director,
Okay.
somebody who I really.
Is it British?
I don't know where Andrew's from, but Andrew wrote The Truman Show. I really liked that film. Andrew made a film called Gattaca, which I liked. So the opportunity to just, when Lord of War was shot, this was a couple of years ago, it was just good to be on set to see how to learn.
Big movie is.
Well, just to see what see what they were doing. The same thing, my recent film is a film called Via, And just before Via, I had a small part in.
Is that the Ria Via?
Not the Ria Via. It's called Via.
What does
Everybody
that mean?
must go Google Via trailer now.
Right now.
and check it
Okay.
out. But before we shot Via, I had a small part in
So we
Mira
first had
Nayer's.
this Via on NDTV, right?
Yeah. I had a small part in Queen of Catway,
Okay.
directed by Mira Nayer.
Right.
And with Lupita and David Oyelowo, and we shot the scene I was in was shot over 2 days. And again, just to be on the set, Mira is somebody that I admire immensely, and to watch her direct, to watch her work, all this stuff is inspirational for me. And I took a lot of that energy into Via when to shoot it. So I take inspiration from a lot. I love film and I love storytelling, and there are many great filmmakers whose work I admire.
Now, wasn't that completely inspirational? Amazing stories of hope and prosperity and action. We hope you enjoy the time with Nigeria Diaspora Television. I have certainly enjoyed bringing you the stories, and I hope to see you again soon. Please remember to subscribe to Nigeria Diaspora Television and do comment on any of our stories. Until next time, Kachifo Odabo, Segobe.